Sonic Racing Crossworlds is finally out now, and it's probably the best kart racer I've played to date, and with that, I've composed a couple of tips for beginners to help you guys out on the track. Be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing afterwards. Without further ado, let's get into it. The first general tip that I can offer up to newer players is to try and mess around with the settings first. I don't want to convince you guys to go into uber meta immediately, but even the highest levels of rivals pose to be an extreme challenge sometimes. With that being said, options like steering assist and the dynamic camera should be toggled on and off for each setting respectively. This should be the default experience for Crossworlds in my opinion. The steering assist is very restrictive at times, only allowing you to take shortcuts if you happen to have a white wisp with you. I can see it being useful on a couple of tracks in Crossworlds too, but usually if you have a machine with at least 25 handling and learn to let go of the gas at every wide turn, I promise you that you won't need this setting on at all. But of course, play the game how you see fit and tweak the settings to however comfortable you'd like them to be. The second tip I can offer up to you guys is to find the machine combo and gadget plates that works for you and stick to it. The customization in this game is a lot more in-depth than you'd expect, believe it or not. And if you're constantly changing around plates to try and find the best possible solution, you're not really going to find that one build that works for you. I plan on making a gadget plate guide once I have more time with this game, but for the time being, I've been rocking with the Beast Spike on Big. One, because I think it looks pretty cool, and two, it's because it's the perfect car for the build that I have set up with it. I have level 1 quick charge to help with snaking, because that's generally a good strat on most of these tracks, especially towards the finish line. But the most important part about this build is that it plays into the car type I chose. Collision Boost is very good for power characters and machines because they naturally have the stats to win the exchange. Combine that with Mini Ring Thief and I'm going ring positive with 5 racers before the first ring trail on the track. The last one is definitely a free space and I've been messing around with it for a bit, but I find that Speed Tuner 2 is something that is very useful for ironing out the power double dipping that I've done here. My point is that you need to take a look at the machine you've chosen and try to build a plate that'll help you win with that machine. Find one thing that you'll be doing a lot of in the race and make your build centered around that one thing that you're gonna do. For example, let's say you want to build a plate for Rouge on the Mirage Blade. Since she's a handling character in a speed machine, her boost stat is going to be the one that suffers from this combo. However, the only thing that matters would be making sure that you're consistently at your top speed. So instead of building around boost and drift charge, a build centered around obtaining rings through speed related means would be a better choice. Here I've got the classic Air Tricks duo with Expert and Bounty. These two are self-explanatory. And I've also slotted in Ring Gain Mini Boost and Dash Panel Bounty for extra ring insurance. The tracks are littered with dash panels, so as long as you're hitting them, you should always be near your top speed at all times during a race. This is one of many ways to build just Rouge on this specific machine type. Now, is this the best way to play this specific character combo? Not at all. This game actually rewards player skill more than builds. It's just that good builds reward players with good skill by helping them win more. But at the end of the day, you can win with just about any combo in this game. So my advice is just to pick your favorite character, machine combo, and make a build around them that you enjoy and stick to it. And remember, playing what makes you feel comfortable is a lot more enjoyable than diving straight into the meta options. My next 2 tips are about general racing elements. For those of you who played Racing Transformed, you may have remembered that not only was the plane the fastest vehicle to be in, but tracks would also have shortcuts that would put you in the plane faster. I'm glad to say that that is the exact same case here, with both planes being the fastest vehicle to be in and using the shortcuts that put you in the plane earlier. Also, sometimes it's better to stay in the plane as long as possible so that you can make use of the excessive air snaking that you'll be doing, especially in certain Crossworlds. And if you didn't know already, if you hit these green circles in the middle of a ring circle, you collect a set amount of rings depending on how close to the center you are when you hit that circle. The only reason I mention this is because the same can be said for the boost rings as well, netting you a stronger and faster boost. You'll know if you'll hit the exact middle of the boost ring if you hear this specific sound effect. The next tip I've got for you guys is pretty simple, and that is to hold on to your items, especially the shield ones. If you ever have a tornado and a shield in hand while you're in first place, do not try to re-roll to get anything better. You've already gotten the best possible item combo with these two. I've lost so many races because I thought that I could be funny and use these items early when a weight would just come down humbling me as quick as possible. Do not try to re-roll these items. Both of these items can be used to stop anything that comes out of that wretched portal, especially the wait. So 9 times out of 10, it's way more important to use these items when the time comes rather than preemptively, even if it's just a dark chow. Better to be safe than sorry. Also, it's a lot more satisfying to win due to your patience rather than ending up 6 places below because you got cocky. And my last tip for beginners may be a little cliche, but it's definitely the most important factor when it comes to playing Crossworlds. And that is to have fun. Not only is this game one of the most polished kart racers to date, but there's an immense amount of content to sink your teeth into as well. Try out every character you like. Mix and match whatever machine combo your heart desires. Go for that S rank on all the time trials. Unlock every vehicle within the race park. Unlock Supersonic as well. Go for the highest rank in World Match. This game is your oyster and you should be savoring it as much as possible. Don't worry too much about meta or who's at the top or the fact that you're not winning every race. It's fine. It's a game. You're just supposed to have fun at the end of the day. And we've got ourselves a great game on our hands here. So I'd hate for you guys to not be having fun while playing. So again, the most important thing at the end of the day is to have fun with this game, no matter where you are at your skill level. And that's pretty much all I have for y'all today. Massive shoutouts to the channel members as always, and if you want to support me directly, consider buying me a coffee. It helps keep me well fed and gives me the motivation to continue making videos like this. I'll be live on my Twitch all week playing Sonic Racing Crossworlds, so do stop by if you want to hang out and race with me if you want. Anyways, I gotta go get started on the next one. I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.